Hello, I'm a digital marketing specialist at DMS.Blue. My name's David. And your question is, do you need experience to start an online business? Yeah, you kind of do, because if you don't know, well, there's different types of experience. I'll answer in as round a way as I can. If you start an online business with no experience and you don't know who your ideal market is or who your ideal customer is, and you don't budget appropriately to build that online business, you don't scale appropriately, if you don't work with experienced professionals, then in all likelihood, it will probably flop like most online businesses do. Here's the thing. If you're starting an online business, yeah, you don't really have to compete with Amazon and eBay, but you have to be able to attract a niche group of people who Amazon and eBay might not necessarily attract, if that makes sense. So you may not need experience in business really to start an online business, but you need to be very, very clear on what it is you're trying to achieve, what your specific business goals are. How did you come to those goals? If your goal is to make a lot of money, that's great. So is everybody else's goal. So you really need to be clear about what differentiates your approach from all the other noise out there, how you're going to reach your ideal market quicker and for less than all the others who have tried to do it as well. And you need to make sure that if you're not a expert in digital marketing, which most people are not, you have to make sure that you work with someone who is an experienced professional. And the big mistake that most small businesses make is they really fixate on price and they look for the cheapest price possible, thinking I've got a good deal. The thing is, if you look at most things in life, most things that are super cheap or free are not always the highest quality. I like good quality food. So if I buy my meal at the dollar store, yes, I'll survive, but it's probably not going to taste as good or have the nutrients and so on. You could go to someone who does dentistry in their garage. It's unlikely that they're going to do a great job that's, at the standards it should be. So I think you kind of get my point. You want to look for people who have experience, educational credentials, a background. They've done podcasting and webinars before. They've, spoken at events. They use contracts. They have references, testimonials from people you can verify, that kind of thing. And they're not super cheap, but they're not super duper expensive either. So they would charge you what the industry wage is for what you want done. And it's not that hard to find out what it would cost to start an online business. It really is not. All you have to do is just pick up your phone and Google the local, digital marketing agency and ask them what they would charge or for an estimate of a price range. And then know that if you work with a smaller agency or individual, it's likely to be a good deal lower than that. But someone who promises you something for a few $100, it's not going to work out. So it would probably help if you had experience in business so that you know to look for specific metrics. You know how to balance profit versus loss. You know how to deal with inventory if you're selling physical items. You know what your break-even point is, and you get these concepts and that they matter to you. Because just going around saying, I'm going to start an online business and it's going to make me $1 million, poof, that never happens. And most of these businesses end up going under probably around 6 months or so, once their operational money dries up because they're not making anything. So it helps to have business experience to start an online business. That being said, a lot of people who do have direct business experience don't know what they're doing online. So the important thing is to work with professionals. Budget accordingly as if you were putting an ad in a local newspaper or on a radio station. And be very, very clear about how you're going to differentiate yourself from all the competitors out there and what's going to make you unique. So I hope that helps, and have a great day.